Okay, this is game 4, beginner's game. And by beginner's game, what I mean is it's a game that a beginner to chess should be able to learn the most from, and how to apply principles, strategies, and ideas to a chess game. Okay, here we go. E4, C5, the Sicilian defense. Same principles apply. Now in the Sicilian defense, it tries to attack the center right away and get this type of setup and develop your pieces behind it. But of course white wants to stop that and does so by initially taking a position in the center. Now white has successfully placed a knight in the center, but of course black is going to challenge that knight in a number of ways. A6, a move that's always confused me, but the advantage of it is it prepares for B5. B5 allows black to kick this knight off if it doesn't in fact come to C3. It also prepares black to develop his bishop on the long diagonal, because he's not going to be developed this way because of those two pawns blocking the advancement of the bishop. And it also applies in some variations. You might want to play your bishop to C5. That bishop gets attacked by the knight. He needs a place to go, and A7 is now available. White continues to develop. Black continues. This is important for me anyway. The bishop looks so much better at E2, but in actual practice this pawn comes under attack. And if this bishop is here, later on it has to move there anyway. So just place it there in the first place. When black goes to kick this knight away, the pawn will still be protected. Attacking the knight. Knight plays off in many variations because it's so easier to open a position than it is to close one. If you can exchange your knight for a bishop, in most positions it'll be advantageous. So of course black prevents it from happening. Wants to kick the knight out. The queen move was to provide the knight with a square other than the original square. Black attempts to break through. And that breakthrough may have been premature. You should probably get the rest of your pieces developed before you try to break open the position, especially if your king is still in the center of the board. Pawn is captured. Recapturing here. Black missed a tactical threat and white missed it as well. But there could be the win of a rook. I believe it will be outright. Bishop attacks the queen. Queen moves anywhere. She has no checks. Take off the rook. White also missed it. And again, sometimes you become so focused on what your plan was 3 moves ago that you don't realize the mistakes that your opponent is making right now. So always remain flexible, always inventory the position, then look for tactical opportunities. Don't just inventory the position, it's inventory and attacking opportunities or tactical opportunities. C4 attacking the bishop and attacking the queen. Queen plays back to her original square. Now at this point, this knight appears to be well posted, and that's why white rejected the exchange for the knight for the queen. It's very well posted. He will, however, exchange the bishops and keep that knight in the center of the board. Not only does he keep the knight in the center of the board, but he also increases mobility for his queen and the possibility of occupying that square or this square. So he kept his knight and got two very strong squares for himself. Now, this is a very questionable move. Decides to make a pawn move when you still have three of your four minor pieces on their original squares. That can't be good, and it gives your opponent that much more of an opportunity to expand control. And he takes advantage of that opportunity by castling queenside and now attacking the opponent's queen, which does not allow them to develop in the most efficient manner. They have to do something about that threat. And in actuality, didn't do anything about the threat, and now will suffer the consequences. Check. Discovered attack on the queen, check on the king, loses queen. Now black will try to fight from a weakened material position. Usually it will not be successful. White gains even more material. Right now white is up the queen for a rook and has a threat on the rook, so black still cannot develop in what he might believe to be the most efficient manner. Black chooses to give up that rook for a knight, and white decides he's not even going to get the knight. Check. Again, making a threat on the king's position with a discovered attack. Double check, check from the rook, check from the knight. Queen is nearby to close the casket. Checkmate. Okay, that was game 4. I think it was very instructional. Okay.